Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Happy holiday season. I am so glad to be able to come back and share with you guys this particular video because it is a 2-for-1 video. So as promised, I'm giving you guys a New Year's look. So let me slide in. This is my New Year's look, and I created this look today using the McGrath Mothership 3 palette. This is what the palette actually looks like. So it comes inside of this kind of envelope type box. There are lots of other reviews that you guys can take a look at if you want to know a little bit more about the packaging and things like that. But for today's video, I'm not necessarily going to talk about the package, but I just want to show you guys how I created this look. It's absolutely beautiful. This palette is one of a kind, and I am so glad to be able to share this with you guys. And I also have the Mothership 1 palette that I plan on bringing to you guys to do more videos on and show you the different ways to use this particular palette, because there is a little bit of a learning curve, I think, with using this palette, but the payoff and the results are beautiful. So anyway, if you guys would like to see how I obtained this particular look, keep watching. Alright you guys, to get started, my eyebrows are done. My eyelids have been prepped using my paint pot, and I've set them already with some setting powder. And I'm going into the first color, which is Skin Show Fever in the Mothership 3 palette. I'm placing that right under the brow bone, just blending that in very nicely. Next I'm going in with Dark Shade. And Dark Shade is a really dark shade, but I'm going to use this starting off at the outer corner of the eye and keeping it tightly into my crease just to get the deeper color into the crease. But then as I move up towards my eyebrow, I'm lightening the touch so that this really can be used as my transition shade. This is what I meant when I said that there's a little bit of a learning curve with this palette, because the colors are so pigmented that if you go in too heavily, you might not necessarily get the desired look that you want. But we're just going to blend this out very nicely so that we can use it as a transition shade and also use it in our crease. Alright, looks good. Now we're going to move on to our next color, which is Extreme Black. This is the most pigmented black that I've ever encountered in an eyeshadow palette, honestly. So as you can see, I'm being very, very careful. I'm tapping that very lightly on the outer V of my eyelid with this particular black. If you go in with too much on your brush to begin with, it's so pigmented, you're going to end up with a true black out smoky lid. So I took just a little bit on the brush and just gently blended it in, starting from the outer V, working it towards the inner part of my eye. So yeah, it looks like I made this eye a little bit darker, but I'm going to be evening this black eyeshadow up on the outer corner of each eye so that they're matching. Again, this is a very, very pigmented black color, but it blends out like butter. It blends out really, really easily. So just making them even. Now I'm going to be using a mixing medium. I'm going to apply this to my inner lid, and I'm going to be applying the color Gigabyte out of the eyeshadow palette, the Mothership 3 eyeshadow palette, on top of this mixing medium. I'm decided to use the mixing medium to kind of help with some of the fallout. Again, this is it's almost like a pressed pigment or a pressed glitter type of palette. So I decided to use the mixing medium, to try to help to just eliminate a little bit of the fallout that I could potentially get from this particular color. But this color is everything. So just patting that onto the lid and taking it right up to where my black shade that I applied in the outer corner ends. And do the same thing with the other eye. I'm also taking this color a little bit above my natural crease line because I want to give it that kind of soft cut crease type of look. So now we're moving on to VR Pink, and I'm going to be using my finger to apply VR Pink, and I'm going to apply it with my finger right at the point where the extreme black and the Gigabyte meet. I want to get a nice fluid type of blend on the lid, and this VR Pink works really well for that. This would be one of those colors in this palette that I would say really makes a nice topper, where it looks really well, or works really well, if it's used on top of one of the other shadows in the palette. Beautiful. Now I'm going back in with my blending brush on the outer V. I have not added any more black eyeshadow to this brush. I'm just using whatever was there and just blending it in a little bit more, and also using my finger again to make sure that everything is blended together very smoothly. Now I'm taking a very small synthetic liner brush, and I've gone back into dark shade in the palette, and I'm putting that right at the very top of where my eyeshadows are coming together, right above my crease, just to kind of give it that soft cut crease type of look. And once I get this in place, I will be going back in and blending it out very well. And when I blend it out, I'm making certain that I'm blending more upward towards my eyebrow and not blending down on the lid, because I don't want to blend away the shadow, that Gigabyte and the VR Pink and the black that I've already applied. Now I am adding some eyeliner, a Kohl pencil eyeliner to my waterline. I'll have, of course, all of the products that I'm using will be in the description box below. I am going to be doing a small wing liner on my upper lid for this look. We're adding some mascara, and we're going to be moving on to the lashes. Alright, lashes are done. Moving on to foundation. And for foundation, I am still using the Serum foundation from The Ordinary along with my MAC Studio Sculpt. So I'm going to be using my brush and my blender to blend that foundation in. And I'll be going through the normal routine of applying foundation, the highlighter, and contouring the face. It's looking good. I'm liking this. Now it's time for our highlighter. So I'm using one of MAC's highlighter. I believe this is in the color Beam, but again, I'll have that information down below. And now that I'm done with all of my powders and cream products, I like to go back in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow powder in Granite, and just kind of touch up those eyebrows once again, just filling them in a little bit more. But it helps if I go ahead and put the eyebrows down first before I start my eyeshadow, because it frames the face, so it kind of gives me a better idea of where to place my eyeshadow. But now it's time for lips. And I'm going to be lining my lips with the Chestnut lip liner from MAC, and I'm going to be using this gorgeous metallic bronze lip gloss from Victoria's Secret. Love, love, love this particular lip gloss. It's beautiful. And yeah, I was starting to feel myself a little bit. But now the finished look. Alright you guys, so that's it. That's my demonstration on how I obtained or came up with this New Year's look. Again, I want to wish you guys a very happy and prosperous New Year. I have a lot of things planned for us in 2018. I have some other makeup tutorials that I want to share with you guys, and some other special things. We're all family. There's a lot of things for us to talk about in regards to makeup and beauty, and I want to be able to talk about those things and share those things with you guys right here on my channel. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look, and I look forward to seeing you guys in 2018. Bye-bye.